Oh man. Oh no. Oh no. We are having Wait a minute. Okay. Am I here now? Hello. Can y'all hear me? Yo. Can you hear me, Earl? I can't. Can you hear me? Say something. You can hear me? I can't hear you. Hold on. We gonna add somebody here. Where you go? Where did he go? Let me see something. Y'all bear with me real quick because I don't know what. Hello? No, something happened. Let me invite his ass again. Y'all bear with me. I'm having technical difficulties here. Y'all bear with me, man. We got a lot to talk about. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Y'all can hear me? All right, cool. So basically, I'm doing this show today. I'm gonna bring in a guest, good friend of mine, comedian Lil Earl in the building. And
What's happening, man?
good, brother, good. What we want to discuss today is the rapid decline of the NBA. And I also want to discuss why no one listen. I look, shout out to OKC. Let me get that out. I'm happy they won. I don't have anything against Oklahoma. I just did not care about this NBA finals, just like most of America didn't care, which is evident in the ratings of this league. And also, we want to discuss why the league is in such decline. So I bought my brother, a comedian, Lil Earl.
What's happening, everybody?
Out of DC doing his thing, and also a sports podcaster. So we were talking about this. I wanted to bring it to y'all. So how do you feel about this current league and the current championship, Earl?
For one in particular, I think what's crazy is that you look at the league and how it's placed. We talked about this before. You want to face of the league, but the thing about it is, it's like entertainment. You don't pick the face of the league. We have to pick the face of the league. So if even if it's the guy that you want to be there, it got to be authentic. Society wants the culture wants Anthony Edwards to be the lead, but it's Adam Sandler. I can't let him be the lead because you got the baby mama drama. You got this going on. I need to be a family man. I told you this before. If they can find somebody with Jason Tatum's life but Ant's attitude on the court, that's your league right there. That's the guy. But when it comes to the finals and what's going on now, you look at a guy like Shea. Shea just ain't one of us. Like most of us, unless you live in OKC, Shea not one of us. You know, yeah, he got a pretty good game. You know, he put up a lot of points, but he just not one of us. It's not authentic. You saw people rooting for Halliburton more than they was rooting for Shea. Meanwhile, the Indiana is in the finals, and the Fever games with Caitlin Clark getting more love.
Yeah, I mean, we were discussing this. I believe there's certain high school basketball games and college games that got way more love than the current finals. When I tell you, nobody cared. These were the lowest rated finals since the bubble. Since the bubble, this was lower rated than the bubble. Nobody watched. And also, I believe that today's league, there's a disconnect. There's a disconnect from the community and the fact that, I'm almost 50 years old. You know what I'm saying? I'll be 48 this year. So when I was coming up, I saw me and Michael Jordan. I saw myself as Scottie Pippen. I saw myself in the league, and we adored these NBA players. They had charm, they had charisma, they had stories of adversity. They were highly competitive. They would do moves and stuff that, what happened, man? They would do moves and stuff to defy gravity, bro. Oh, yeah, they would do moves and stuff to defy gravity. Not everybody just out shooting the three ball. And I just think today's game is just sterile. It's just fucking robotic. It's just robots running up.
And we talked about this with Adam Silver. David Stern his name was Stern for a reason. David Stern was gonna tell you how it was gonna go, what you was gonna do to make sure it go this way, and if you don't like it, get the hell on somewhere.
Yeah,
because you ain't bigger than the program.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Silver is this more free loving league is democratic. It's everybody gets a say, but that don't work because you have to be able to pick and choose what guys do so they can stay on a certain line. The three ball is out of hand right now.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere in America, you go to run and shoot. These little kids is shooting from half court. Dog, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You having a Wi-Fi difficulty, Earl?
No, not at all.
Why you keep going off?
I'm drinking my juice, man. So,
Man,
but yeah,
juice. You could drink it. What, you don't want to show it or something? You won't?
No, it's cool. It's cool.
Advertising or something?
Hilarious. Free advertising. Get out here, free advertising. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that what's funny is that with Adam Silver, if he was able to be more of a stickler, tell you what you could and couldn't do. We talked about this. David Stern would have sat Draymond Green down and said, "Look here, brother. We 20 games into the NBA season. You done already put 3 niggas in a headlock. I tell you what, I'm gonna see you next year. Oh, but it's 20 games. Yeah, whatever, nigga. I'll see you next year. And then when you come back next year, if I get one peep out of you, you retiring early."
Mm-hmm.
And that's just been that. You're not finna keep headlocking niggas, doing this dirty, kicking people in the shin, all that stuff. It was playing time with, man, Draymond Green got off so much shit that it just wouldn't have happened, man. Like, it just wouldn't have happened back then, dog. Like, and guys like, you look at Shea and the foul baiting, and you look, it's like, dog, at the end of the day, when it comes to the game, it got to be feasible for us to want to watch it. And we got to relate for us to want to root for you. So when you look at OKC, people say, oh, it's a small market. Do people know what the Chicago Bulls was before Michael Jordan got there?
Come on.
If you a star, it don't matter where you go.
And look, I want to interject.
LeBron made Cleveland hot.
But wait, Earl, I want to interject because somebody just made a good point in the comments, and I want to explain to you why this doesn't matter. So, John, shout out to John Scott. This was the best final in the last 5 years. It was good to see finals without LeBron James and Steph. Great conference championship. Yeah, you had a finals with no stars. See, that's another thing too. We're in an era where attention trumps talent. Do you understand what I'm saying? There's no stories. There's no stars. Nobody cares. Okay, that's affecting everything. Comedy, actors, everything. There was no draw. They had no draw.
And John, you might have liked it because you're a fan of the game. So it don't matter who would have played. You wouldn't give a damn if Utah played Orlando Magic. You wouldn't have cared because you a fan. You probably a fan of the game. But when it comes to your mama watching it, your grandma watching it, your uncle watching it, who don't really watch basketball like that, those are when you have to have personalities in the finals. You got to promote it a certain way. That, like, even the promo for the finals. Listen, man, let's be honest. I'm be honest with you. I forgot the finals was coming on. It was game 7 yesterday, and I forgot the finals was coming on last night.
Bro, nobody.
It's been no promo, no commercials, no build up, none of that stuff. We've been trying to. It's been. Let me tell you how bad it's gotten as far as just the media. It's getting so bad. Michael Jordan finna start talking ball.
Come on,
think about that. They didn't got Mike is the most. Hey man, I'm over here chilling, living my best life. I'm on the beach somewhere. I'm on my backyard. Mike finna go talk about games. And what's so crazy is that I'm not a diehard LeBron fan, but I do root for LeBron. You know, I watched LeBron come from Cleveland to Miami. I'm a Miami Heat fan, and I loved him, and I've been rocking with him ever since. But Patrice ONeal, great comedian, had this joke where he said, if white people would just be quiet for a second, we would agree with y'all about some stuff if y'all would just shut up and just let us get to that point without y'all saying something about it. As a person who root for LeBron, we tired of LeBron. If y'all would stop, if y'all would just shut up for a second, even the people who root for LeBron would be like, you know what? Listen, I sat in my chair and I watched LeBron say, ring chasing culture has ruined the league and the what are you talking about? First of all, you've been chasing rings since you left Cleveland. Again, Miami Heat fan, you came to us, you won 2 with us. LeBron, you are only in the league because you're trying to squeeze a championship out. Like, let's be for real. LeBron has got every accolade you can imagine when it comes to basketball. The only reason you still playing in your 40s, my boy, is because you hoping that the Lakers might be able to put a team together in your last year or two that can get y'all to the finals so you can squeeze a ring in there. If
But I,
LeBron is one of those, I can't get in the club, so not a club whack type niggas. If LeBron had 6 championships by now, think about all the finals LeBron went to. If LeBron had 6, 7 championships by now, I promise you wouldn't say that. But LeBron is one of them. It's getting late in my career. They ain't putting nothing together for me to have. So now the narrative is always gonna be I ain't got 6. I've been trying to chase that 6 to at least tie Mike, so I ain't gotta hit that no more. But I'm just looking thin now, where it's like it's looking thinner than my headline right now. And I'm thinking to myself, damn man, I'm probably not gonna get no more ring before I leave. So now all of a sudden rings don't matter. I wish they made rings
well,
not matter. Bro, that
well,
is corny.
I want to play a little bit of devil's advocate with the LeBron situation because I feel as if I know he want to keep playing, but I think the league wants him to keep playing because we're at the point where I think LeBron will be the last face of the league we're gonna see. I feel that way. I feel like we're at a point in society, in the world, where everybody is a star. So there are no stars. So I just feel like, and then too, the competitive level of the game is down. LeBron just made a comment that championships don't matter. And I know Michael Jordan, they said they found out he said that shit somewhere similar, but Michael Jordan was just all about winning. And so if you create this league of championships don't matter, winning doesn't matter, nigga, this is calisthenics. Y'all niggas just exercising.
But Michael never said championships don't matter. See what the statement was. Michael said although Bill Russell has more championships than him, that don't make Bill Russell better than him. That's different. That's semantics. What Mike is basically saying is that, look, dog, you got 11, I got 6. But where you played and what you did, you ain't fucking with me. And that's cool. LeBron is basically saying, because this is what LeBron is doing. And again, I'm a LeBron fan. And if y'all just shut the hell up, we're going to agree with y'all. LeBron is basically saying, because I can't get 5 or 6 championships, the top Mike. Now, I know the narrative is going to be, nigga, you won with all the finals. You won this many times. You lost this many times. So now I'm going to make the narrative. LeBron been in 10 finals, if I'm not mistaken. If LeBron wins, instead of going 4-6, he goes 6-4. Look, this is what the fakeness about it that pisses you off. I promise you, if LeBron won 6, if LeBron went 8-2, I promise you, LeBron would never say no shit like that. It's real, and that's what pisses me off because it's like, all right, bro, you getting real fake right now. Where it's like you just saying whatever you want to say. Your later years when you about to retire, you just trying to get some shit off, and it's getting real corny. It's getting real corny. Oh, I checked Stephen A. Smith about this. Brother, man, you watch your mother try to check people and you had to calm your mother down because at the end of the day, this is my fight. Like you real hypocritical about a lot of shit. I promise you, if LeBron has 8 championships, 7 championships, 6 championships, at least 5 championships, he don't say nothing like that. But you realize it's your later years, you can't get them last 2 championships, you've been trying to squeeze out, and now championships don't really matter. And man, stop it, dog. Because they didn't matter. You stayed in Cleveland the entire time, won maybe 1 or 2 championships, and been cool with that. Championships matter, man, and it's okay to say that. And that's the authenticity of LeBron is with, even if you're a LeBron fan, you got to be like, oh, god damn, if you stop being so corny sometimes and trying to make everybody like you. You can't be a nigga who want to win, but then also be a nigga who say, winning don't matter. Like, what are you talking about, LeBron? And that's the part that pisses you off about LeBron. And watch, Mike gonna come in here, and everybody like, I don't know what Mike gonna do, be an announcer. Mike gonna say we've been wanting to fucking hear the same way if Kobe didn't die, would have said we wanted to hear. And because everybody respect Mike, they're gonna finally be like, oh, I promise y'all, the narrative is gonna shift so much. Mike actually hurt himself by not being an announcer and being somebody who talks more about the game. And I knew it because remember when COVID happened and Mike did that series?
What series?
The Bull series.
Oh, you talking about yeah.
During COVID. I forgot what it's called, but it was 6 episodes of how he went from coming to the league from college and then being Michael Jordan. Last Dance. When he did the Last Dance.
Wait, let me interject real quick because we got a comment in here, and he's talking about what are y'all talking about after what LeBron and Mike after. What are y'all talking about, LeBron and Mike, after what SGA? Listen, this is what we're trying to explain to you. Shane Gillis is an excellent, awesome player. However, Shane Gillis does not connect. He's not American.
He's
He
not.
doesn't connect
He's not one of us.
American basketball. I'm sorry. Foreigners cannot dominate today's NBA. Even though they are dominating, but the connection
It don't sell. It don't sell.
It doesn't sell. The
It don't sell.
connection
It don't
of
sell.
community to the league is not there. And as a child, black children growing up in certain areas, the ghettos all across the nation, they have nothing in common with Shane Gillis, sir. I apologize, but they don't have anything in common with this guy. And this is what is happening. This is what I'm saying. The league.
What Kendrick Lamar say? They not like us.
They're not
like us.
They're not like us, dog. You know what I'm saying? I get it. Drake is dominating. I'm a Drake fan. Now you got Shane Gillis. Like it's no connection. If Shane Gillis,
you see how it happened though. Drake dominated, but the way it went with the Kendrick Lamar beef, you could tell that we let Drake dominate because it was no choice. The moment we could pick somebody else, we couldn't wait to jump on Kendrick Lamar. Fan. Thank you. A nigga from here talks about, it's like the bully that won't nobody mess with him, but the moment somebody finally come punch him in the face, everybody like, yay! Somebody finally punched the bully. Thank you. We've been wanting the bully to get punched this whole time. Wasn't nobody. We was afraid to say it, but finally somebody came with the balls to punch the bully, and now we can say we hated the bully the whole time. That's literally what happened. And Shay is literally, you started narrative how to change, but like you want a Halliburton to win. You want an Ed to beat him. Like you didn't want OKC to win that bad unless you was from OKC. Trust me, if the Knicks got to the finals and didn't bullshit, I promise you it'd have been all Knicks.
Hit Michael again. Listen, Michael, understand what I'm saying. When I'm talking connection to culture, bro, it's evident that he doesn't have any connection because nobody watched the damn finals. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
See, Mike making it personal. We talking about business. We talking about who he is as a person. We talking about the business aspect of my nephew. I'm as a black man in America, I want to root for the guy who looked like somebody who I grew up with, who I'm at the cookout with. Like I wanted to be that type of guy. That's just natural. When you look at the history of the league, it's always been a guy that come from our cloth that we want to see win, that we root for. We love Akeem Olajuwon. We ain't love him more than Jordan. We couldn't wait for Shaq. We love Kobe. Like we love Allen Iverson from Newport News, who wore the braids and the tattoos. We don't choose this.
I get it. And I believe like the league has made a lot of mistakes by trying to make it the international player should adapt to American basketball. It is an American sport. I don't see soccer trying to adapt the rules to American. And I know soccer's a global sport. It was already global, but this is an American sport. Y'all need to adapt over there. The game was beautiful, but it's been destroyed. I think Adam Silver is a weak leader. He doesn't put his foot down. You just had players just walk all over your ass. And nobody's watching this game. And this is why I believe that Jeannie Buss sold, bro. Jeannie Buss just got $10 billion for selling the majority ownership of the Lakers because Jeannie Buss is smart and she sees the writing on the wall. These kids want to be streamers. The ball players want to be streamers and YouTubers. And nobody cares. There's no stories. There's no adversity. There's no hero's journey.
And if I'm Jeannie, I'm like, I told you on the phone earlier. It's almost like if you've ever done property and you've ever rented out property, it's the same. Where I could get a property, I could renovate the property, I could quick sell it, make a profit off the property, buy it for a certain amount, get it off for a certain amount, make a profit, keep it moving to the next house. Or I can get a crib, rent it out, have tenants, and deal with that shit. That shit is exhausting. If I'm Jeannie Buss, I'm getting older. I'm tired of this LeBron shit. And trust me, Luka ain't no different. Luka about to be the face of the Lakers. He's going to be just as whiny, just as annoying. And Jeannie Buss say, you know what, dog? I can't do another 10, 15 years of this shit. Y'all got it, man. Y'all got it. I'll be here, but me having to be the like, she still has 15%. The Bus family still has 15% of the minority of the team up until a point. But now it's to a point to where, okay, cool, I can do it, but now I don't have to be the person who has to deal with all the finance behind it, all the bullshit about it. So if you're gonna give me 10 million, then cool. LeBron, you can do what you want now, because now I ain't the person that got to deal with you fully. Somebody else got to deal with you. Or Luca or whoever come along. All these trades, all this backlash, all this, oh man, the Lakers should be doing this or doing that. I ain't got to deal with that shit no more. Why you let JJ Redick not start the center? Like, I ain't got to deal with that shit no more. Mind you, the way that the league has become, now mind you, we want freedom, right? We want freedom when guys can do what they want, this and that. But even in society, there is a structure, there's a government, there are things that are in place to make sure that although we don't want to be fully controlled, it needs to be some type of control. Why? Because the way the game is, we do adapt to watching the game in a certain light, in a certain way. It's fun to watch 3-pointers go up until Steph Curry, 8 years later, everybody trying to be Steph Curry now. And now we like, all right, this is getting out of hand. It was cool for 2 or 3 years, but can we change this shit up? We watched Jokic come in the league. Y'all understand that we were away from the center. We was away from the center. But Jokic was so good, we are cool with giving him MVPs and crowning him as the best player in the league because we missed the big man. We missed the big man. Like, society is all about, we especially in our culture, when it comes to just American culture, we tend to recycle things. So something might be hot right now, and then something new might come, but then when that fad go, we go back to the old thing. That's how it be. The NBA has become a situation where it's a lot of foul baiting. It's a lot of fast-paced basketball, a lot of 3-pointers going up. So there is a lot of fans who going, okay, dog, I'm kind of tired of seeing this, and I don't want to keep seeing it like this.
And then here's another thing too, Earl. You got like, these are second and third generation NBA children that play in the NBA. These are rich kids that are playing. These are kids whose fathers and mothers were a part of the league in some kind of way. They have no hunger. They don't have hunger. They not hungry, nigga. They ain't from the projects and shit, and got, you know what I mean? Got to get mom and everybody up out the hood, man. It's whack, bro. It's just whack to me. I don't.
And you're right, and even like NIL deals and stuff like that,
bro.
You watching Bailey come out. My boy, you ain't did shit. You ain't played a game of basketball, and you telling people where you want to go and all this other shit. It's like, listen, brother, I understand that you want to be able to have your own choice and this and that, but listen, I don't want to be because I'm only 30. Like, I'm young. I'm not even that old. I'm in my early 30s. I don't want to be that guy, but even at my age, I got to be that guy to say, dog, y'all kind of tainting things now, because now dudes are staying. They're first of all, they're switching from team to team. They're in the transfer portal. The damn college used to be, you go to college, you play wherever you at. If you want to play for that long, if you leave after a year, leave after a year. But wherever you at, you stuck there for a couple years. You're either gonna stay there, figure it out how to get championship there, or you're gonna build your name up and go on the draft. Now guys get to play somewhere, and if they don't like the way the coach do, oh, I'm finna go over here because it was too hard over here, and the coach wouldn't give me no play time over here. I didn't have to earn it, so I'm gonna go over here where I'm gonna get everything I need, and also I need to be paid to do that. Dog, what are we talking about?
Yeah,
like, what are we talking about? And then you come to the league, and you before you even earn it, you already on that. Well, I already was spoon fed a certain way, so I don't need it as much. So, it used to be you needed that NBA money. It used to be, dog, I don't care who draft me. I'm just happy to be in the NBA. I don't have time to tell people where I want to go and this and that. And a few guys did come and do that. But even somebody like Kobe, who a lot of guys will say, well, Kobe said he didn't want to get drafted by the Charlotte Hornets. He still worked out for him. Mm-hmm. Ace Betty, you ain't even the number one overall pick coming out the draft, and you got the nerve to tell people where you want to go and who you gonna work out with. Come on, man. And that's Adam Silver. David Stern would have never.
So Earl, let me ask you this: the NIL deals now, and I'm sure not all the NIL deals are millions of dollars. I don't know. Now you just get paid to play in college. Is that correct?
So what happens is you get the NIL deal, like sponsorship. So it's almost like this, right? Back in the day, they used to have boosters, but boosters were illegal. NIL is basically, they made boosters legal. So now, instead of it being illegal for a Cadillac to say, hey, look, Shaq, you a big dude, and Cadillacs are big, and we want to sponsor you and make you like this Cadillac guy because you're a big guy and Cadillacs are big. But you couldn't do that back in the day because it's illegal to talk business with a college player, high school player, because of the simple fact that it was just illegal at the time. You couldn't do it because of the name and likeness. But now you can do it. So what
Right.
happens is these guys are millionaires in high school.
Right. And it's like, if I'm making millions in high school, what is my drive to even want to go to the NBA? Bro, I'm sorry, not high school, but at college.
Even in high school, though, these guys you understand? These guys are making millions in high school. Your 11th, 12th grade year, if you're one of the best players in the nation, you get in the bag before anything. Look at Mikey Williams. Mikey Williams been getting the bag since he was like 16 years old.
Is he going to the league?
Mikey plays for Never Situation, right? Mikey played for who did he play for last year? So year before he played for Memphis, right? He got in legal trouble with the gun, and instead of staying with Penny and standing out with a guy who know the game, you could have stayed in Memphis with Penny and been a good team. Nah, you leave because I ain't Penny wasn't riding for me and all this other stuff. All Penny Hardaway was saying was that he didn't know the future of Mikey, but Mikey didn't know the future of Mikey. Which would mean a lot of people will say, I know the future of you, I don't know the future of you. So Mikey took that like these new niggas, these young brothers do, took sensitive. Oh man, he ain't riding for me. Okay, whatever. Then you go to UFC, I think that was the University of Florida, and you go play for them. You barely get any burn. They don't play you like that. So now you go transfer portal again to another college, hoping you're going to get some shine somewhere else. I think he's 21, 22 now. He'll probably come out of the league when he's 22 years old. But Mike, think about that. You've known about Mikey for how many years, LeVar? The man only 21 years old. You know about that man 5 or 6 years. He been getting paid since he was 16, 15 years old. That's what I'm saying. So what happens is this. Them young dudes who getting that money way, way, way back, you know what they doing? They getting so comfortable by the time they get to college, by the time they get their third year in college, they don't love the game as much as they used to.
Let's pull up. I'm about to pull up Mikey on here real quick. Let me do a new tab. Yeah, let me see. Mikey Williams. NBA draft. Let's take a look here. This is real cool. Let me see. All right. So we got Mikey Williams put up. He is eligible for the 2025 draft, having recently transferred to Sacramento State to play under Mike Bibby and Shaq. While once a highly touted prospect, his stock has fluctuated, with some projecting him as a lottery pick and the other questioning his
This is third school in 3 years, LeVar.
Do you think he's going to the league or what? What is your...
Yeah, he gonna get to the league, but Mikey was supposed to be, at one point, Mikey was supposed to be like Derrick Rose. Mikey was supposed to be a first top 1 to 5 pick, like the projection of what he was supposed to be. But I'm telling you, these boys get money for so long. Like, I don't think y'all understand the level of... LeVar will tell you in his 40s, same way I tell you in my early 30s, I'm 31 years old. I tell you in my early 30s that if I saw millions at 16, 17 years old, I would be out of my mind. And it's okay to say that. It's okay for a 16-year-old to not have millions, to not have hundreds of thousands of dollars. That's okay. That's okay, because your brain isn't even developed enough to know what to do with that, dog. Something about being hungry and having to get having to make it. Even if, okay, cool. You ain't got to even come from a situation to where your mama in the projects and y'all eating peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Just a regular having to watch my mother and father go to work every day and being able to be the person to change that for not only them, but my generation underneath me was something you could talk about. Now, a lot of guys get that money early, and now the drive ain't the same.
So now... Did he kill this year? Because they say him going into the draft.
He barely played.
Oh, he cooked. He ain't going.
He barely played.
He had all them problems. He not going. He not going to the league, bro. I don't.
But this is what happens. Because it's happening in football too. Because they're allowed to transfer and get in the transfer portal. What a lot of guys are doing is that I just need one good year, LeVar. I just need 1 year. So he's thinking, go to Sacramento State, Shaq and them actually give me a chance. And Mike Bibby probably will give him starting minutes and make him one of the starters. Hopefully, it's your third year. But if I just be able to go to Sacramento State and get one chance, I couldn't get it at UCF. I couldn't get it at Memphis.
The game, the season is over for Mikey.
No, this is new. He transferred to Sacramento State this year. This upcoming season, he'll be playing for Sacramento State.
So will he be going into the? I thought
he gonna play one more year, and he'll come out in 2026 draft.
A 2026 draft, okay.
But he just need one good year. But the thing is, boy, you were supposed to be one and done by the time you got to the college.
Yeah.
Now you got to go 3 years in the league, finally get somewhere where you get some burn and hope to make it. But what happens if you get hurt next year?
Bruh, he transferred from UCF where he averaged 5.1 points in 18 games, bro.
Barely played. Told you, barely played.
He played 18 games and only got 5.1 points, bro. I don't know. Like, I'm not like a sports analysis like you, but that doesn't sound too good, bro.
It's awful. Mind you, you're talking about a top prospect a couple years ago who was one of the top 15, 20, 15, 10 high school basketball players in the nation. Like, he was supposed to be one of the best players in the nation. But what happens is, again, you got that money, you got comfortable, so now it don't matter as much to you no more. Mind you, Mikey had a gun situation where it was like an attempted murder situation, something like that, where he shot at somebody or he pulled a gun or something like that.
Nah, he done.
But that's what. But no, funny. That's what. There are certain things as a child you shouldn't be able to buy because you don't have, like, again, you're not smart enough to understand. You don't need that. You watch Gilbert Arenas' son, right? With the situation that, or you watch these. Not even say Gilbert's son, but because that was a malfunction situation. But you watch these young guys getting these car accidents and stuff like that, and getting in these situations where you watch these young guys that's 17, 18 years old get in a situation where they speeding, they going at 90 in a 45, like, because at 16, 17 years old, your first car don't need to be a damn Ferrari. It don't need to be a damn Lamborghini, your first car. You don't need that much horsepower the first time you put your foot behind a pedal. But if you got the money to do it, you're going to do it. You don't need to have an actual house at 18 years old.
I mean, bro, like you said, bro, if I'm 18 with $2 million in the bank, like, first of all, when you just think about you at the peak of your powers of your 20s, your teens, early 20s, your prefrontal cortex hasn't developed. Bro, you don't even get sick. It's damn near like you're a cartoon character. You will lose your fucking mind. 98.9% of these players will lose their minds unless they come from homes where the parents were already wealthy and they're not really excited.
Yeah. Now imagine a guy who, my whole process is to get my mama out the projects, get my grandmama, get my daddy out the projects. And I want to make this money so we can be good. But I have to bust my ass in high school, bust my ass in college. And then finally, when I sit at that draft board on draft night and they call my name, I can finally say, dog, I made it. Imagine a guy at 17, 16 years old who is projected to be one of the best players in the nation. And somebody comes to you and says, here go $5 million. I want to sponsor you. Mind you, again, like you said, you don't come from, I've never seen $1,000 at once in my life. You about to give me a couple million?
And that, but you know what?
And I'm still accessible to everybody who's in the projects around me, who's in the area around me. So the OGs, the young G's, and they just found out I got $5 million.
And that's where I really tip my hat to LeBron. Like, of course, Michael Jordan is my GOAT, but I have to tip my hat to LeBron with the amazing amount of discipline he's had since the age of 18. No outside baby mamas. Becomes a billionaire. There's nothing has happened his whole career. He's done the right thing and also pulled all his people up. So that's why I really give him all around GOAT. I'm giving it to Bron. But straight basketball, of course, Jordan. But Bron is a great man.
But mind you, Braun had a certain structure around him, and Braun will tell you there was times in his life where he had mentors and he saw guys going a certain way. He just didn't go that way. LeBron came out the same time. What's my guy's name that played with LeBron? He one of the top players in the nation, and now he's just a guy. Big dude. He was one of the best players in there. I can take his name, but he always talk about how he went against LeBron. That's like his heyday stories now.
Oh yeah,
And he,
yeah. That was that fucking movie. Boy, that was the Hoop Dreams movie. Like, bro, that was the saddest shit I've ever seen. What was that guy's name? Let's look him up. Let me see. A higher pick
it's like Lenny something I want to say.
than LeBron. Yeah. Lenny Cook, bro. That
Lenny
was
Cook.
horror stuff. Did you watch that documentary?
The
Bro,
nigga was getting drunk at 16, 17. He was man and was cool with again. He was the guy who everybody knew he was going to the league and he let everybody be around him. And that boy literally tore his life up. Came to when he played LeBron in the All American game. The nigga was like, "Oh, I was drunk, came high as shit, came off drunk, just fucking some
bro,
bitches and all this."
it's almost like being a lottery winner though, because you don't, man, when you in that position, bro, you don't,
Everybody, you watch it like the best example to tell you how it was. The best example, just on like what I can think of, is like, have you ever seen a movie? What's it called? He Got Game, right?
yeah.
They all knew Ray was going to the league, and Jesus Shuttleworth was going to the league, and you could see how his family was starting to act. You gonna look out for me? I need a car. Your father needs you to go to big state so he can get out of jail. Yeah, like your girl, you her meal ticket, but she cheating on you. Everybody wants you to go to their school and want you to be like dog. You know how much pressure that is to put on somebody who's 16, 17 years old? That's just the pressure of you about to get some money. We know you about to get some money, so we trying to make sure, hey, don't look out for me, don't forget me. Imagine the guy who got the money. We ain't gotta wait till you get your league because by the time you cipher yourself from being a All American or top player in the nation, 9th, 10th grade, 11th grade, all the way to 12th grade, your graduation year, where now you solidified. Then you do your college picks and you basically decide who you want to go on your college trips and who you the class into or clarifying to. And then when you finally get there, you do at least a year of that, or you do 2 or 3 years of that. By now, you have gotten enough knowledge, whether it be visually and from your own knowledge, or people telling you, or being around actual coaches who know the game, and not just niggas from the hood telling you about what they think gonna happen. No, I'm around Bobby Knight. I'm around Nick Saban in football. I'm around guys who are like father figures who are telling me like what to do, how to do, because I've seen some people do it. Now, by the time you get to the league, a lot of that noise is drawn out because you've come to a place of who you are and you know what you need to do.
Mhm.
But at 17, 16, you skip all
Bro,
that. You skip all the knowledge, you're gonna get all that shit. What a coach gonna tell you when you know, nigga, if I don't want to be here, I can just transfer that shit.
bro, you
And I'm gonna
you
get paid to
you
do it.
you will lose your damn mind out here. I
There are
think the
kids right now saying, you know what? I'm one of the top players in high school. What you got for me? Think about that. College is saying, I'm Duke, I'm Kansas. Yeah, whatever. What you got for me?
wait, let
Because
me
I could
interject
go
real.
to Mississippi State over here. They're gonna give me 5 million. How much you got? What you got on it? That's
Hold on.
crazy.
Hold on, Earl. Hold on. Yo, hey, let me interject real quick. Listen, guys, I'm gonna be live in Tampa. I'll be live in Tampa at Side Splitters July 13th. You can get those tickets right now over at LeVarWalker.me. Let me post that real quick. You know you got to do this, man, because they won't get the tickets. You can get those tickets right at LeVarWalker.me. And I'm gonna be live at Tampa inside Spirit. So everybody in Tampa, pull up. Tickets are selling. Please go ahead and get your tickets now. Please get those tickets today so you don't miss out on this show. Tampa has been showing me love all week. These tickets are going fast, y'all. So please go to LeVarWalker.me, get those tickets, pull up on me in Tampa, and let's go. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. Now, Earl, what you saying?
I'm basically saying like you got guys now that's like they're going to own to coaches and they're going to college organizations and they're saying Mind you, it's long overdue, but you got guys going to colleges and saying, look, I can go to Duke, I can go to Kansas, I can go to Michigan, but Mississippi State got a couple million over here for me. What you got?
Come on.
What you got?
Real. That's
Oh, well,
real.
shit. Well, we could do make okay. They giving you 3 million. Okay, maybe we can scratch up a little bit. We can give you 4 million for you to be there for 1 year and leave.
Come on.
Which is cool because at the end of the day, there was a time where college players had to starve. They were starving out there, and there are guys who got a lot of money in sports and they was able to have NIL deals, which is cool. But nowadays, it's to the point to where it ain't as deserving, and a lot of guys are fizzling out quick in the NBA because of the situation. The rule of it is like you have to earn it. You want to be able to earn it. Why? Because once you earn it, you're able to say, "Dog, I did what I had to do in order to make it." That's anything in life. You want to be able to say, if you in a fraternity, you a Kappa, you want to be able to say, "Look, dog, I had to bust my ass to get on this, and now it meant something to me. Now it means something for me to get here because I had to bust my ass to do it."
Yeah.
But when you don't have the hard work to do something, it don't matter as much. You see people who get on real fast. They call them overnight guys. And just in life,
You could,
they fizzle out so fast.
I know if I was young, I'm 21, 22 in the NBA, and you done gave me a $300 million guarantee. I just don't feel like going to practice today. I want to be on the boat in Monte Carlo. I want to breathe. I want to look at the waters.
Or I wanna go have sex with this Instagram all over here and give her a baby.
Yes,
Because I
yes.
got it. I got it. Well, oh, child support, so what?
People and a lot of people often taunt these players like, look what he did. He messed up all his money. Nigga, if you was 6'7" and you got pussy raining on you and opportunity and money,
And you ain't
98% of men will do the same thing.
And two things, you ain't got nobody who know what to do with money that's in your upbringing. Now, when I like, because I can hear from Mr. John Stevens, who's an accountant, but it's more of I know LeVar. I can go to my homie LeVar and say, "Look, dog, you've been making millions of real estate for years, dog. How I do this shit? Because I know you, and you gonna give me real game. That's different. Two,
But see, I think
you got people who wanna who know you don't know no better, and they can rob you. You know how many NBA, NFL, and baseball players been robbed from their own managers and stuff like that, their own accountants.
But I think it's deeper than that because it's something about you want the car. Oh, shout out! We got a super chat. Hold on. Yo, shout out to Carly Frazier, man, with the $10 super chat, bro. Appreciate that love, man. Carby Frazier, bro. All love. Shout out to everybody in Detroit. What up, dog? Appreciate that, bro. All right. What I was saying.
Yeah, I was saying basically like you were saying about guys getting millions at young age and dealing with girls and stuff like that.
Yeah, bro. Like I lose my mind. I tip my hat to those guys because you're gonna want the car. It doesn't matter. Like I'm your financial advisor. I'm like, yo, that is a very bad idea if you do that. This is a bad idea if you do that. But
you're saying I just got a $260 million Supermax.
And
this car only costs $300,000, Larry. I'm gonna buy it.
Yeah, and they have to feel that. They have to, because it's their life. They have to fuck up. You have to get that shit out. It's almost like some shit you got to get out of your system.
Yeah, you gotta get your system. I tell people all the time, if you hit that, and this is one thing I say, and people laugh, but I've actually been able to be around people with money and have a little bit of bread. I tell people all the time, if you was to hit for, let's say you hit for 10 million in the lotto, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the bar goes, he go do a scratch out, he get 10 million. I say, so what you gonna do? Okay, cool. Taxes take it off. Let's say you got 6 million after taxes. I say, okay, so what you gonna do with that remaining 3 million or 4 million? And you go, mama go, what you mean? You said 6 million. Listen, we gotta be honest with ourselves. If you ain't never had no money, you gonna fuck $1 million up so fast. It's gonna be gone before you even think about it. And that's for real. You can say, oh no, I'm gonna invest my money. Dog, if I was able to put $10 million in your lap right now, I know you're gonna burn 2 million up. And you can say no, this is not. No, you are, because you've never had that much money before,
And
and
if
you're not
you
gonna tell me somebody who now can buy whatever they want to buy ain't finna splurge out for a little bit.
and
So
think,
burn that 2 million like you're going to, and then tell me what you're gonna do with the remaining 8.
oh, but listen, if you tell somebody you put 10 in their lap and they burn 2, they really ain't got number 3 left because you 5 got to go to taxes. You done burned 2, nigga. You got 3 million.
But I'm saying if you got 10 million after taxes,
Oh,
so
after
now you have a liquid 10 million in your account right now where you can go in your account and go, God damn, there's 10 million right here. You're gonna burn through 2 million because everything you ever wanted, you got to get it out your system, LeVar. Now you're gonna sit back after you burnt about 2.5 and say, all right, cool, I got the house I wanted, the car I wanted, all the clothes I wanted. Okay, now what I gotta do? Now what I do? You hear from guys all the time who have basically they like Will Smith said it the best. He said that once you get there's like, you can be poor, but there's also that mountaintop feeling when you've done everything. Now you trying to just find shit to look forward to.
yeah,
Because
bro.
how does LeVar look forward to if LeVar's a 100 millionaire, a billionaire? What you look forward to life when everything you got everything now?
And you know what that's called? That's called the poverty of wealth.
Yep.
When I even look at the Diddy situation, I've talked about this on stage, and I do believe Diddy's gonna walk, by the way. But what I talked about is Diddy.
I don't know. You ain't watch this trial. I don't know.
I listen. I've been watching the trial. That man is gonna walk, bro. They don't really have shit. Like, I'm not saying, look, he wrong for domestic violence. He wrong for all that shit. But I think they tried him wrong. This is definitely not a RICO. It's just not. What did he do illegal? Who did he coerce? There was no coercion. These were all willing, grown ass adult participants. He did not hold people against their will. If you don't want to, if I say, hey, Earl, if we on tour or something, like say, what if I'm a big comic, right, Earl?
Mm-hmm.
And I got you out there on tour with me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, yeah, Earl, you gotta give some head or do some freaky shit. You can quit. So you telling me you gonna stand there and do that shit just for what? So you can stay on the tour?
But
That's
you know that come from two things. So it's two things. It's two coins to that, right? And I'm just being. This is an honest conversation. I ain't never listen. I've been around some people. I ain't never did nothing to get nothing. You understand what I'm saying? I've morals and values over here. I stand on that. I can't deal with you if you gonna be whoever you. You know what I'm saying? You want to do whatever you want to do with money. God bless you. But two coins to that, and I'm gonna be devil advocate like you say. One, it could be a situation where not only do I need the opportunity and the money, but like there are people depending on me to have this opportunity and this money. So I gotta take an L to make sure everybody else is okay behind me, then I'm gonna do that because I ain't got no choice. So I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do. Then there are people who want it so bad because you want to be able to say you got it, that you'll do it because you want to be able to say you got it. Then the third coin is the person who will hurt you not only physically but financially because you didn't do it. And that's scary too because you look at it like, damn, this guy got enough power to where he can blackball me completely. And if I don't do what he say do, so now it's hard for me out here and I can't get no jobs out here. And there's a lot of times where that happens to where you have to, people will put you in a situation. That's why a lot of people talk about being independent, owning your own basically business and owning your own masters and music and all this stuff because you don't want to be able to have somebody hold some over your head and say, look, either it's this or it's that. All these guys that are doing streaming and all these guys who are making money independently, it goes a long way because when you got sponsorships and all that stuff, you have the machine. That's cool. That's good. You're gonna be out there, but at any point in time, they can rip it away from you. You Michael Vick, you got Nike deals, you got this. Are you fighting dogs? Rip it away from you. You Cam Newton, you got Under Armour, you got this. Oh, you being sexist towards women, we gonna rip away from it. Like that's the yin and the yang to the situation because you got people who can be like Dave Chappelle and say, look, I'm gonna say what I want to say because I don't need the fans love me. I'm gonna money out the fans. But then you got people like Kevin Hart who are a brand, and I can't just do what I want to do. So when I got old tweets from 10 years ago where I'm talking about gay people and I'm being homophobic or sound homophobic, I gotta go apologize for that because all my sponsors is leaving me. So like It's two coins to that. You're right. You don't have to do nothing, but there are some people who are in such fear of their situation in their life, they gotta do it. And I ain't gonna lie, although you don't have to do it, a lot of people don't have to do it. I don't like the fact that I don't want the guy walking around society who was making people do it too, who was giving the offering you to do it. Cause it's like there are a lot of people, LeVar, as you know, who get an amount of power and then start abusing their power because they feel untouchable. And it come from it come from a mob. It's a mobster era because mobsters used to do it back in the day. You have all the power, all the money, all the guns, and I can tell you what to do and how to do it. And if you don't do it, it's gonna be bad for you. And that has adopted into the entertainment industry. The Harvey Weinstein. You see what Diddy went through. You see what R. Kelly went through. With people giving R. Kelly their kids and stuff like that to mentor them and things of that nature. And I really poo-poo the guys who do that stuff because although some people can pick and choose. Man, you holding that, you dangling that money over people's head, you dangling that power over people's head because you can. Listen, I don't know if it's allegedly what he did to Kid Cudi. That's a power move to go in your crib, lock your dog up, open your presence, set your car on fire. Because you can't do nothing about it.
I feel like this is how strong.
But Cassie, she ain't innocent. I've been saying that.
I feel like in entertainment, and I've said this. I feel like when it comes to the journey of an entertainer, it's between the entertainer and God. And if you do certain humiliation rituals, see, it's two sides to the coin. And it's about like, if you're going to sell your soul to the devil, now it's two sides to this coin. If you sell your soul to the devil and you become successful, you're like, damn. It's never fulfilling because you know you did some flawed shit to get on. Now you got to drug yourself and shit just to cope. Yep. Or you sell yourself to the devil, and the biggest blessing is not making it from that shit, but then you want to go back and sue because you did all this shit and it didn't work out for you. So I just don't. I'm very, very less empathetic. I'm like, you could get a job, go to school, retool, do something. I don't know. I'm just a little bit less empathetic.
Yeah, here's the thing. I do think we're in an era now to where a lot of people would have got this all back in the day, but because of the knowledge now, you didn't know that. Oh, I can sue you now? There are plenty of hype men. There are plenty of guys who watch some crazy stuff.
Man with Fat Joe, this nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. There are plenty of guys who was the muscle for guy, who was this and who was that, and now we're finding out because people are getting sued left and right. Now I'm finding out the legal jargon of what I can do and what can be looked at. So now I can say, I used to be LeVar's hitman. I used to make sure anybody play with him, they're going in the ground. Now I can come out 15, 20 years later and say, oh, I can say that he made me do that he had me under duress, and that I felt like I was in fear of my life, so I had to do that. Bet. You seen Fat Joe guy come out and say, I watched him deal with kids and this and that, and 16-year-olds and fly people out. And it was like, well, this was 15 years ago, so now you decide to say something because they counter suing and you suing. Well, what was your morals and values when it was going on? Why didn't you just get away from Fat Joe if he was doing that originally? Like, where did that come from? But now you want to sue him? You see what happened to Tyler Perry. I'm looking at the text messages like, well, a lot of these text messages seem very consensual. Seems like you knew what was going on. But now because you're Tyler Perry and something didn't go the way you wanted it to go, or you off the show, and now he was getting $400,000 a season, if I'm not mistaken.
Damn. No acting experience?
Man, found that man in a bar somewhere.
Hey man, well, we know what it is.
So now that money runs slow, and listen, I've lived in LA. I still back and forth to LA. When you live somewhere that's expensive, or you live an expensive life, a lot of people don't understand they live above their means, or they live on their means. And by living on our means, it means if LeBron makes $1 million a year, he spends $990,000 a year.
Yeah, nigga, you need to make that million and live off shit 100,000.
But people do that. So I'm looking at a guy who probably was doing $400,000 a season, was probably burning through $390,000 of it, and now because Tyler Perry, it ain't going the way you wanted to go, and your career ain't where you wanted to go. Now all of a sudden, oh no, You status quo me. You was using your power, brother. What we doing, brother? How many? You don't text no man to picture yourself in jeans and let him call you thick, whatever, thick Mike, whatever he called you, and act like, oh, well, I didn't know what he wanted to do. Y'all were clearly in a relationship
Did you say he called you
secretly.
Thick Mike?
Yeah, thick. It was thick Mike or thick Donald. It was something like that.
Oh my
But
god.
so basically, you don't do that if that's the case, right? But what you did was you saw the situation, you saw how it played out, and now because the situation played out that way, now you want to make it seem as if, oh man, they got me, man. They got me. They got me. He was doing wrong by me, and he was nah, brother. You was cool with the get along, but just like in a lot of situations, whether it's women or men or whatever same sex relationships, we cool with the get along until the get along and getting with me. And now I got this. Oh no, hold wait a minute. I used to get money off this. Now I don't get money off this. Or I used to have a situation I ain't got no more. And now I need a better life. It's almost like, I think alimony's bullshit because you gonna tell me because I was able to provide a certain lifestyle for you that now that we not together, oh okay, I need to still live the same lifestyle. That don't make sense to me. That's the same thing these niggas doing is suing. You supplied me with a certain lifestyle, and now that I can't get it no more. I
Nigga,
need my money.
it's no different than Diddy, bro. Everything you said, that's the same with Diddy, bro. Like, the lady says, well, I couldn't leave, but you married the help, and have been married for 3 or 4 years, and you're on your third child, but you couldn't, like, if you couldn't leave him, workout instructor is in the Hudson River. He not like he gone. Like, I'm gonna take him out. Like, it's just, it's wild. I still think he'll walk though. So I don't know.
I don't know, but even if he do walk, that backlash might be so. Like, listen, here's why this is a lose lose for him because he could walk or he can go to jail for a long time. But even if he do walk, you've had to expose so much because you can't lie in court. You've had to expose so much that now it's gonna be hard for people to get in bed with you. Now that I know who you are, because you couldn't lie. It's like it was just like with situation that happened with Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion. It was like in court, you can tell Gail that, oh, I ain't never had sex with that man. But now in court, I know you had sex with him because you had to admit you had sex with that man. It's like now you had to admit, Diddy, that you did a lot of. So you still had before this trial, you had the oh no Diddy and all that stuff, but it's like that's hearsay because a lot of people, you ain't no real proof. Now, nigga, you've admitted to all this stuff. You admitted to this, sexual acts and coming on the nip. You've admitted to all this stuff now. So now when you get out into population, you can't you can't say nothing about, oh man, that nigga was lying. No, brother, you sat on trial and admitted to the things you did, brother. And now you got to worry about people dealing with you. Look, and first of all, and this is the worst part about it, so many people, and I think it's the nasty. I won't say no names, but it's the nastiest shit. I've seen so many people who I know for a fact were good friends with Diddy act like they ain't want nothing to do with Diddy, and I went at the parties for real, and I was getting. It's like, y'all couldn't wait to turn y'all back on that man.
You gotta understand that's just the entertainment business, bro. This is a fickle ass business, and I think the whole business of entertainment is like a house of cards. Any little move of the wind, any little blow,
It's like high school.
Yeah, your shit come tumbling down, bro.
It's like high school. You could be the kid that's corny, ain't got nothing, come to school with a nice outfit, and now everybody like, oh, you might be cool now. It's high school, bro. I watched Castanet literally go on live stream at the BET Awards and not know half of who the people who were at the BET Awards.
But Kai didn't know those people because he didn't know him. He young. He's 20.
But hear what I'm saying though. You did that, but then people who have been in this game for a long time, I watched them saying that's no names, suck up to this man as if you really know this man. You really a fan of this. You a fan of Castanet? What are you a fan of that Castanet does?
But I mean, come on, man. That's just
when I say LeBron, I'm a fan. I mean, nigga, I've been watching you. You funny, man. You got me to some good time with your content. I'm a fan of yours. I love what you do. I love you, Stevie Wonder, because you can sing and you make great music. Man, I'm a fan of you. What are you a fan that he does?
the whole entertainment industry, because the bottom line basis of the entertainment industry is eyeballs and attention. The entertainment business is the advertising business. That's all it is. That's all it's ever been. So with the eyeballs and the amount of attention that Castanet gets, the industry has no choice but to kneel to his altar because of the rapid behavior changes in people watching television, this demographic that he has. They desperately want that the powers that be, that old institution, that old industry, they don't know what to do at this point. So yeah, they gonna kneel to the altar. They gonna kiss his ass. They go, I just want the young brother to know they all full of shit. All of them, bro. They all full of shit. So, you know what I mean? And if somebody come past him up with more attention, they gonna go on to the next. That's just how this business.
Listen, any mogul that we love right now, if something bad come out about them that can be proven, we're gonna share off them too. It's plenty of people that even before getting the whole details, you couldn't wait to say, "Oh, I knew Shannon Sharp was a weirdo." You can't wait to say, "Oh, I knew Tyler Perry was there." It's like, bro, we live in a world where like the moment some bad stuff happened, we can't wait.
How long you been doing comedy now?
Since I was 18 years old. I'm 31 now, so 13 years.
Yeah, you know, I've been in it like 20 years, bro, and it's just like I remember being a young comic and green. I was just so fucking green, and you know, I'm killing and I'm getting certain opportunities. And in the midst of those opportunities, I'm like, man, these people really like me. You know, you getting all that motherfucking fake ass, I'm your brother. Look, nigga, this be the shit. Oh, bro. Oh my God, bro. Listen. When I tell you I'm a fan, oh my God.
They get up on you and they step back and let you know how like shocked they.
I'm just humbled.
I was just telling my man about you.
Just to be
this is crazy.
Just to see you, bro.
Just
like
crazy.
King, man, young King. You killing it, King. You killing it. And then, nigga, if you go cold, when I tell you them motherfuckers will act like they have never seen you before in their fucking lives, nigga.
Who are you?
That is entertainment. But who are you again? You don't remember? You call me King. Man, please. Could you leave me alone, man?
Or this is what I had to deal with being young, starting off doing it. I had to deal with, I had a mentor that I was fucking with and helped me get on my first stage and all this other stuff. And then at one point, I was hot. I'm killing. Like I'm the guy that when guys is coming down, they asking me to host and this and that. And I remember I did a college jump that he did the year before, but I had a hookup with the situation. They paid me $1,000 for the college show. Found out he only got like half of that. So he found out, you know, I'm going to my mentor and I'm saying, man, I know you did it last year. I got to do this album. My first time doing a whole album in front of a crowd, man, this and that, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, how it's going to be, this and that, you know what I mean? They give me 1,000. He's like, they get how much? They give me 1,000. He was like, he's like, okay. Now at the time I didn't realize what that was. That was. He was like, okay. He said, you know, he's like, well, man, just do your best, just blah, blah, blah. So we had a comedy contest that happened a couple weeks later. And this is my mentor. This is my mentor. This is my guy. That's my guy. It was like somewhere like Greensboro or something. And I was living in North Carolina in Greenville, and I had to drive out there, but I was gonna be a little late, so I wasn't gonna be able to get there in time to make the first sign. So I'm like, yo, just sign me up, and I'm gonna be there a little later, but just sign me up. He's like, oh, you can't sign nobody else up. I was like, oh, damn. So then when my homies called me, man, Jimmy, he's like, yeah, man, we over here, man. When you coming? I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, but I ain't gonna be able to make it though, because you know they can't sign nobody up. He's like, what you mean they can't sign nobody up? I said, I was trying to get so and so to sign me up, but when nobody signed me up, he's like, I just signed up 2 people that's on their way. What you mean? I was like, damn.
Yeah, man.
Motherfuckers see you getting hot, and now they fear you eating off their plate and start shading you, dog.
Shade the fuck. That's the game, though. Like I told you on the phone, I said, as an entertainer, my expectation is that if I'm dying in quicksand and I'm to my head, you can only see my head, and I see another entertainer, my only expectation of that entertainer would be for him to put his foot on my head. Now, if he
just
helps
go
put
slow.
me
Don't
out,
struggle. Don't fight it. Don't fight it.
yeah. Now, if he helps put me out, man, that'll be a kudos. I'll be happy. But I already know how this goes. Okay, like that's entertainment in a nutshell, guys. And somebody told me, said, "Hey, if you want friends, open an ice cream stand." But even in that, I'm sure it's cutthroat too. The motherfucker have an ice cream stand, motherfucker. I had the motherfucking strawberry Sunday scoops, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll still be some beef in that shit.
Or this the one too. A motherfucker would just casually stunt on you for no reason.
Oh, nigga.
Oh man, I was in this and that. What you been? You ain't been in nothing yet? They ain't called you. You know, so and so called me, and I got to deal with them. I'm working out with them, and then I'm like, I got to do so and so show, man. I'm just all over, man. It's this thing comedians do that. We'll be on the same circuit, traveling, and you might project a little bit more than me. So now you make a little bit more than me. You move a little more than me. So when you see me, it was all love. It was never. It was a friendly competition. But you have to proceed to show me I'm doing better than you are right now, and we came out at the same time. Not knowing this game is about heaps and valleys. You highs and lows. You might get yours, then my time to get mine. Like, but dog, literally they will do that where it's like, okay, bro, I see you winning. Why are you trying to let me know you winning so hard? I just came to say what's up to you.
You know how this shit be, bro. That's the game, dogs. Like I don't even question it. It's just what it is, nigga. This is a very, I think, with all the lights, the accolades, and the applause, it comes with the dark energy, nigga. Like jealousy, envy, everything comes with it. You just have to have a turtle shell on to, get through this shit, bro. Shit, a motherfucker, man. Well, dude, we've been on this bitch for about an hour. We gonna wrap this shit up. You got any place you gonna be? Well, you coming to town? You pull up on me.
I will be in Tampa. I will be in Tampa on the 13th of July with my guy LeVar. Definitely come out, buy them tickets, man. Get them tickets going.
Tickets, man. Would y'all go ahead and buy the tickets now? They are moving. I don't want nobody to miss this show. Let's get the tickets, man.
One of the funniest people in the country. I'm telling y'all, like in the
July
country.
13th gonna be one of the greatest.
I will vote for LeVar Walker.
Listen, shows.
Listen, man, get your tickets, Tampa. You with Splitters? Is it Splitters?
Get your tickets. I'm gonna be in motherfucking side Splitters, nigga. I'm not bringing that nigga Jomo, cause that nigga's not from Harlem, B.
What would Cam say? What would Cam say to Jim Jones about him being better than us?
Yo, nigga, how the fuck this nigga thinks he's better than fucking not? Nigga, I was there when Mace was teaching this nigga how to rap, B. This nigga's delusional, nigga. Like, niggas be silly. Niggas be like mad silly, B. Like, what the fuck? This nigga Jomo, nigga, I knew it's no way this nigga's from Harlem. It's no way. They need it. Look, man, y'all go get these motherfucking tickets, man. See some real goddamn comedy. Cause y'all, this shit.
I see Blair said she want to interview me about my YouTube. Listen, Blair and Company, hit my DM. My name is I am Lil Earl on social media. You can hit my DMs and contact me. So yeah, just let me know, man. We'll make myself available
before we get out of here. Most people now can't even pay for rent, food. NBA games are going to start becoming empty. No, they ain't gonna be empty. It's a lot of rich people now that'll go to these goddamn games. They're gonna go to the game. They might buy the ticket. I'm just talking about watching the games and people caring. That's what we
here's the thing. It don't last forever. We might go through a little drought, but money, the way the world works, the way society works, a flow of money will come somewhere soon enough, and it'll get right back booming again. You'll be surprised how much money gets spent at certain times of the year. For folks to be broke, Christmas still be Christmas. Summer still be summer. It still be plenty of concerts that people going to. People be broke, but Beyonce tickets still getting bought. So it's like, if you want to go enough, you'll find the money. You always find the money.
Them motherfuckers buying them Beyonce tickets, nigga. What's that service you can put them tickets on the payment plan? You can buy the
Klarna Afterpay.
Nigga, that motherfucking Klarna nigga, his bitches in there rent ain't paid. They done bought some $4,000 Beyonce tickets with their stomach to their back. Okay,
gotta pay that motherfucker till 2028. So you still paying that? You still paying the Carter tour? Yeah. Damn, you still paying Cowboy Carter tour? That was 4 years ago.
Man, come on, man. They buying them shits, bro. That's so sad. I would tell Beyonce to call me. Beyonce, how you do that? This your fan. You want them in bondage for 5 years for your ticket. Tell them.
You know what she do though, and she real raggedy about it. I tell people this all the time. She real raggedy about it. If you notice what Beyonce do every time she go on tour, she wait till right around tax season. All of a sudden, she drop the dates. She do it every single time. I know you bitches got the money. Listen, hold up now. I know you bitches got the money. I know you didn't file for them kids. You got 3-4 kids. You done got about 10-12,000. Go ahead and put 2,000 on this Cowboy Carter.
You know what?
Come see me.
You know
she do it every time around the same time.
You know what I find interesting about Beyonce? She don't talk. She don't talk. No interviews. She don't talk. And
have you heard her talk?
I just want to say this: being around certain celebrities that are not as famous as they used to be, and talking to these people, I understand why they don't let her talk. They're not letting her talk. In about 5 to 10 years, Beyonce is going to start talking. Mark my word. This is LeVar Stradamus prediction. She's going to start talking, and
she gonna have
she gonna have like stories, but they're gonna realize like this is who we've been worshiping this long. Watch what I tell you. Mark my words.
I don't want no. Listen, that was LeVar who said that.
I don't want no.
I did not say she did not. I ain't the one who said she doesn't have a high school education. She dropped out of school when she was like in middle school. LeVar said that. LeVar said all of that. All you Beyonce fans, that was LeVar. That wasn't I Am Little Earl. I didn't say that Beyonce can't pronunciate words because she ain't that educated.
How magical was Michael Jackson before we start hearing that nigga talk often?
I'm gonna tell you recently, who's been talking way too much for me. Have you seen these Michelle Obama interviews?
Bruh, what the fuck is going on?
I'm like, Michelle, why would you? Bruh, I'm like, sometimes it just be better when you worship a person and you love a person without them talking. Now and then Barack be touching the thermostat and doing all this, because Barack be touching the thermostat, and I got to be like, bang, did you touch the thermostat? I'm like, Michelle.
Bruh, listen, when the alien,
I get hot.
When human civilization is annihilated and the aliens or robots dig us up, they're going to find a lot of bodies right by podcast equipment. And this shit is destroying mankind.
There's going to be a day where Beyonce is going to retire. She's going to be too old to do shows and not want to do shows. She's going to rest on her loins, and she's going to say, I'm doing a podcast. It's going to be called The Beehive. And she is going to get on that podcast once or twice a week and talk about shit. And you are going to say to yourself, what have we done?
This is who we worshipped.
What have we
This is who we idolized for eons. This is what's gonna happen. I'm sorry, guys. It's coming. But guys, I need y'all to get these goddamn tickets to this show. Tampa, Side Splitters, July 13th. Pull up on your boy, man. I'm out of here. Lil Earl. Everybody go follow Lil Earl, man. Good brother.
I am Lil Earl. Y'all see my name here, man. Again, if you want to talk to me, DM me at I am Lil Earl on my Instagram, man. My page is open. Holla at me if you need something. And shout out my podcast, Open Field Podcast, Sports Podcast, and Flag Wanna Play podcast I'm part of. Hey, man, listen, support. And look, it's certain people you want to be famous, because we're going to trickle it down and we're going to hold it right. I'm one of them people, man. You want to get me in there. LeVar is another one of the people. You want to get them tickets. You want to go support LeVar because he knows what to do when he does it.
Pull it up. Pull up, y'all. We out, man. Peace and love, y'all. I'm gone. All right. Let me turn this off.